Hey guys, it's Erin, EW Wellness Solutions. How are you? Today we're going to talk about change. To help us out, I brought in Jimmy Buffett singing his classic song, Margaritaville. The name of his album is something about changes. Who knew? Which is interesting because he hasn't changed one bit. His hair's gotten a little grayer. I think it's falling out. What is interesting is now you can smoke legally in most of his concerts, and I think like 6 or 7 states. That's a change. So oftentimes when something turbulent is going on in our lives, there's usually that person in your life that will say, you know, the only constant is change. And you're like, great, thanks for the reminder. Go on with your life now. They are right. And yes, they are annoying and should be dismissed, except they're completely right. It is true. But we don't like hearing that at the time. And odds are they're always that Debbie Downer person who's generally annoying. But every once in a while, you know, a broken clock is right twice a day. And they're right about this one. Because with change, sometimes it's really good, right? Babies are change, getting married is a change, starting a podcast is a change, starting a business is a change, getting into the college you want to get into is a change. When we get too attached to things not changing, that's when we get stuck. And a really good way to practice being ready for change is to be present where you are. Sounds a little bit odd, right? Hear me out. So when we are really present in the moment, we are better at not being as attached to when things change. So for example, I just spent a couple days with my 9-year-old. That's why I wasn't on social media. I wasn't doing any videos because I was totally with him. I wasn't doing much other than being with him because he's 9. He's sort of in that stage where like any minute now he's going to pretend he doesn't have a mom anymore and just completely check out of all things related to his mom. But when I get him alone, away from his friends, he, you know, still calls me mommy and will want to hold my hand. But at school, he doesn't really want me to slow the car down exactly. So when I'm really present with him, he, you know, lots of deep conversations. Some are kind of silly, but most of them are really quite sweet. So when I'm really present there, I know that it will help me when he gets older and he's just like a grunting teenager in the corner. Because I will have had those moments that I can, you know, bank on, in which he was very sweet and wanted to hold my hand. So when change comes, if we were not present when there wasn't change, it will be a lot harder when change comes around. And don't think that your life will not change. It happens to all of us. Just in the same way, it'll eventually become nighttime today. Spring will come eventually to the Northeast. And, you know, we're all getting older. It's just like, it is inevitable. So the more we resist change, the harder it is on everyone, including ourselves. So in the meantime, we can practice for change. Cupid Shuffle talks about change in the album. The harder it is when we have it. So, I hate to break it to you, change is coming. But what you can do is just practice being here today. Okay, cool.